All right, today we're going to tear apart something really interesting, the 2026 blueprint from AI Hustle Generation. And trust me, this isn't just some boring brand guide. Nope. This thing is like a manifesto for a whole new digital movement. We're going to see how they're building not just a brand, but a real tribe. So let's dive in. Okay, first thing you see, this logo. And it's making a huge statement right out of the gate. They're not calling themselves a company, they're a generation. That single word changes everything. It's a signal that they're moving away from just having customers to building a collective, a group with a shared identity. And in today's world where community is everything, that's a genius move. So, this is the main idea right here, the 2026 blueprint. It sounds official, doesn't it? This isn't just a catchy slogan. It's a promise. It's telling you they have a concrete plan for the future of work. So, what's the secret sauce inside this blueprint that's supposed to shape the next few years for their followers? Let's find out. All right, so here's the game plan. We'll start with the blueprint's big vision. Then we'll decode the brand's DNA, the look and feel. After that, we'll jump into their community ecosystem, uncover their special trademarked frameworks, meet their digital mascot, and finally, ask the big question, are these the new rules of work? Okay, let's get into the meat of it, the big vision. Every great blueprint has an architect, an artist behind the plan, and this one is no different. It lays out a super clear vision for exactly who they're trying to reach and what they want to get done by 2026. And the guy behind all of this, that's founder Coach BK Han. The whole blueprint, everything we're looking at, is really built on his personal philosophy of what he calls human-machine synergy. He's betting on the rise of a totally new type of professional he's dubbed the AI-preneur. Now this gets right to the heart of it. The mission isn't just about making money with AI. It's about creating an elite group of entrepreneurs. And look at what they're focused on. Wealth, sure. Wellness, okay. But then the drink, coffee, eat pancake lifestyle? I mean, come on. They're not just selling a service, they are selling a complete aspirational identity. So how do you make all that feel real? Well, it's all about the look, the brand's visual identity. For a movement like this, you can bet that every single color, every font is picked for a reason. It's all engineered to send a very specific message. Nothing is accidental here. Okay, now this is where it gets super interesting. Look at the level of detail. That light purple isn't just some nice background. It stands for creativity and digital intuition. Power black screams authority. Neon cobalt is all about high-frequency tech. And my personal favorite, pancake gold, is meant to make you feel achievement and vitality. This is a masterclass in deliberate branding for sure. And this little note, it's actually a huge deal. The switch from just AI hustle to AI hustle generation was a really smart, strategic move. It took the focus off of something you do alone, a hustle, and put it onto something you belong to, a generation. It's all about building that tribe. So, you've got the brand, you've got the look. How do you actually build that tribe? Well, you do it through a very carefully structured ecosystem. This is where all those big ideas come to life. They create these different spaces where the community can learn, network, and grow together. And look at this. They've laid out a whole journey for you. It all starts out broad and easy with public tutorials on YouTube. If you like that, you might move on to their professional network on LinkedIn. For those who are really serious, there's structured learning on a platform called School, which is perfect for these kinds of communities. And then, for the true believers, you get access to the inner circle on WhatsApp. It's a classic funnel, right? Designed to pull you in deeper and deeper. Okay, so what are they actually selling? What's the secret sauce that makes this whole thing valuable? It's all built on these unique, trademarked systems and methodologies. This is their intellectual property, the core of their business. First up, we've got the Dino framework. Think of this as their big ticket item for large companies. It's positioned as the fundamental blueprint for how an established business can bring AI into its operations and use it at a massive scale. Next is the BMM methodology. If the DINL framework is about getting AI into a business, BMM is all about making that business grow and grow fast. It's basically their playbook for taking a small operation and scaling it up into something huge, all using their specific AI-powered principles. Now this is really interesting. They're looking past SEO, way past it. AEO Pioneer is their big bet on the future of how we find information. They're shifting from optimizing for Google search results to optimizing for AI-driven answer engines. They're basically telling everyone, hey, the way you find stuff online is about to change completely, and we're going to get you ready for it.
So how do you actually learn all this cool stuff? Well, you've got to go to school, right? Or in this case, they're boot camps. They have these intensive training programs like the One-Man Army Framework and the IMI Bootcamp. This is how they transfer all that intellectual property to their members.
You know, every good movement needs a mascot, right? A friendly face. Well, iHustle Generation created a digital one, and his name is SkyJoe. It's actually a pretty fun way to personify the brand and give it a consistent, recognizable face.
And here he is, SkyJoe. He's described as your futuristic and highly capable community guide. You'll see this little guy on everything from event banners on Luma to their YouTube thumbnails. SkyJoe is the visual glue that holds the whole ecosystem together. No matter where you are, you see him and you know you're in the right place.
All right, last but not least, what does the hustle part of AI Hustle Generation actually mean? This is where we get into the rules of the game, the strict operational standards they expect from their members and partners. These are, according to them, the new rules of work.
And wow, these rules are no joke. The 24-hour pulse means you have to respond within a day. The cinematic standard demands that any AI output is polished into a 90-second, high-quality piece. Then there are standardized naming rules for scalability. This is definitely not a casual work when you feel like it culture. It's a high-performance system through and through.
So that brings us to the big question at the end of all this. We've seen the vision, the branding, the community, the secret sauce, and the demanding rules. It's an incredibly well-crafted system. But what is it, really? Is this highly structured, high-performance model the actual blueprint for the future of freelancing and entrepreneurship? Or is it just a new, more polished version of digital pressure? That's something we're thinking about.